Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ and let's hop right into today's reading. So today's reading is a pick a card about what your energy body or aura is calling for, okay? We have three piles, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Pile number 1 is card number 33 with inner awareness, and we have the Shakshi Mudra. Card number 2 is pile number 2, card number 9, centering with the Prithvi Mudra. And we have pile number 3, card number 26, with awakening with the Attarabadi Mudra, okay? So if any of you aren't familiar with mudras, in essence, they are subtle hand gestures commonly used in yoga and meditation practices to guide the energy and expand consciousness, okay? So I'm definitely using a new deck. It's a mudra deck. I really like doing mudras when I meditate. They just kind of help me for some reason. So yeah, so we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose card number 33, Inner Witness, with the Shakshi Mudra. So in regards to what your energy body or aura is calling for, would be for you to pay attention to your life internally, right? Maybe your internal world, okay? Card number 33, Inner Witness, pertains to the third eye chakra too. So I feel like within you paying attention to what's going on the inside, it's definitely trying to speak to you right now, okay? It's calling for you to be aware of your internal states. It's calling for you to be in a very centered place at this time, because what I was getting after I was done shuffling the piles and just looking down at you all spread is something about a blaze of glory. Like you're coming into something or something of that nature in a blaze of glory. And I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to why I'm getting that in a moment, right? So we have the Shakshi Mudra. So like I said, if you weren't aware of how I define mudras in the introduction, you could either go back or I'll just say it to you all right now. So I got this new deck and it's a mudras deck, and mudras are basically subtle hand gestures commonly used in yoga and meditation practices to guide the energy and expand your consciousness, right? So you can use a mudra, our excrements, our fingers, they're energetic portals and things as well, especially the hands. And I know in spirituality, that's a big thing, whether you're praying or, however you use your hands, they exert a lot of energy, and there's a lot of energy that goes in through our hands every moment of every day, right? So the Shakshi Mudra, it says on the back here, assists with self-study, clarity, and spaciousness, right? The benefits are relaxation, relaxes the muscles of the face and jaw, lengthens the breast, supports cervical spine alignment. And it says it teaches you how to do it. So the instructions are: join the tips of all fingers together, pointing upward, base of the palm together, soften the knuckles away from each other, align the thumbs and bend the tip to the knuckle facing inward. And the focus is: my inner witness leads me to perfect equanimity. So I love this. So ultimately, you'd be doing this, right? I have nails, but this is what it's looking like. And where did they say to place? Align the thumbs and bend the tip to the knuckle facing inward. Right. So it doesn't really say, but I'm thinking if it's the third eye, whenever you're meditating, you could probably place this in your lap, right? As you're meditating. So you'd probably just have this in your lap if you're sitting cross-legged in your meditation, right? So again, what your aura is calling for right now, pile number one, is to really observe yourself. When I'm getting inner witness, I'm getting observation of your internal states, right? And that's going to give you clarity in this time. And I feel like with me getting something about a blaze of glory that's coming in for you, or you're emanating this light right now, you're being able to really showcase who you truly are, right? Your authenticity. You're going to have to be as centered as possible and as clear as possible and as intentional as possible right now, pile number ones, okay? Because I feel like there's an amazing opportunity for you, or there's something coming in that you're going to want, and you're going to need all your mental faculties, everything that you need. Everything that you feel that you need, or feel that equips you, you're going to need that, because it's something really amazing coming in for you. And I just feel like you want to be very present, okay? You want to be very centered, open, and come in really authentically yourself, right? And enjoy every single moment of what's coming into your life, right? So you want your aura, or your energy body, to emanate so much poise, so much grace, so much presence. That's all I could really, put that as when this time comes, okay? And I feel like it's so interesting. It's so interesting, pile number ones, because before I get into the reading, we already have Amaterasu, the sun, the goddess Amaterasu, doing a mudra. It's not this exact mudra, but I think it might be. No, it's not that. So she's doing a mudra. There's a mudra. Let me see if I can find it for you all. I think this is like openness or something, the mudra she's doing. Let's see if I can find it. Give me a second, y'all. She's doing, I think she's doing the opening, so the Yoni Mudra, okay? Card number 17, opening, which is pertaining to the sacral chakra. Yeah. This is the mudra she's doing. It looks like that. She's opening herself up, and she's actually doing it where it's supposed to be done at too, like the right placement too. And as you can see, as a sun, she's emanating light. She's very open. She's very bright. She's very broad in her expansion, right? So, I just wanted to show you all that. So again, also as it pertains to the third eye, we have two third eyes open clearly with the crone of wind with visionary. So this is the king of swords, and then we have the three of fire with delight, which is the three of wands, which is expansion, right? And that's what it said. And this is what mudras are all about. So it's interesting that we have the indicators of not only the third eye, but a mudra being practiced right in the center of you all's reading. So again, I digress. Let's move forward with your reading, pile number ones. So we have at the bottom of the deck, the purifier, okay? With Pele, goddess Pele, okay? So, there's a lot of like sacral chakra energy as well. Feminine sacral chakra energy to me in this reading. So for anyone who relates to that, I would definitely start paying more attention to your sacral chakra. Maybe, I know this was in another reading, maybe start moving your hips, dancing. Maybe you've been feeling the expansion of your sacral chakra, okay? Happening as well. And with Pele Purifier, I feel like it's like this cleansing going on. in your life right now, this deep cleansing. Pele, purifier, I believe, is the tower. So there's this huge expansion happening with you, pile number ones. There's this huge awakening happening with you right now. And it could be through sensuality. It could be through that. Don't quote me on that. This is just one example. It could be through sensuality, okay? Your sensual nature. It could be. It's interesting because Athena here, she has a serpent on her armor, on her shield, excuse me, and there's a lot of reproductive organs here. Excuse me. So again, what it is I'm getting is that something is signaling for your utmost awareness, okay? But again, Pele. Let's read a little bit of Pele with Purifier here. Okay, so yeah, we have card number 16, Purifier Pele Mars, okay? So it says, Pele is the Hawaiian goddess of fire who lives on Earth, the original divine spark of creation. She is eternal life in creation, the goddess of volcanoes. Pele's unquenchable fire is the purifying force that provides balance to the desecration that humans are responsible for on Earth. She is righteous anger and demands respect for life and the planet. Pele is the mother of the most powerful elemental forces. Through her fierce and unpredictable Mars fire, she lets that which is unknown become known. Interesting. Pele brings ultimate purification by the fire of destruction and reclamation. She brings the transmutation of old form into new. Her fierce power is feared because it cannot be controlled by human beings. Pele is the transformative change that leads to healing and reintegration into wholeness. She is primal force. When Pele appears, expect the unexpected. Her purifying fire often destroys well-laid plans and established comfortable form that no longer serves you. She brings a supreme opportunity to align with spirit and come away from attachment to the physical world in the past. Through her dismembering influences and rude awakenings, you are regenerated right down to your cells. So, again, I don't think there's anything bad, so to speak. And I don't know why I sound like a lamb when I said bad just now. I don't think there's anything bad coming your way, but I do think that there's definitely an awakening to your awareness of this really great opportunity. And I say great opportunity because in the center of your readings, pile number 1, you have Athena the chariot and you have Amaterasu with the sun. And I feel like I'm feeling like you're going to be going into something in a blaze of glory or moving away from something in a blaze of glory. Like, I just keep getting that what is it called? That euphemism, a blaze of glory, right? Here. Okay, there's fast movement forward here with Athena, and I just feel like it's almost like if something's coming at you and you're just so poised and just emanating light, but this is you as well. Both of these images are you, right? It's almost like this is your inner world, or this is your inner world, but this is your outer world. Or this is your inner world and that's your outer world, right? The chariot is your inner and the sun is your outer, okay? So the thing is, this is what's happening here. There's this transformative process that's going on, and it could have been sparked through sensuality. It could have been sparked through something in regards to your sacral chakra, right? Going back to the beginning of the reading with the 5 of Earth, manipulation, and the 10 of Wind with illusion, I felt like you were so, in the recent past or in the, in the past, you were so bogged down by your internal world and the illusion that was casted that you felt manipulated on earth, right? You felt manipulated in real life. But it was really the illusions that you were believing in your internal world that was casting this manipulation. It's almost like you were manipulating yourself, right? Or you allowed the mind to manipulate you versus you being able to manipulate the mind, right? You being able to tell the mind what to do. The mind was telling you what to do, right? And I felt like you could have been experiencing that for some time, pile number one. With the Crone of Wind, Visionary, and the Ace of Seas, Ecstasies, what I'm getting is that I felt like you completely did a 180 shift and took control over your mind finally, and you stopped letting your mind take control over you. You started to reawaken to what you're here on this earth to do, or at least if you aren't sure of that purpose, you didn't want to waste any more time being unclear about it. So you're now awakening to your happiness, what motivates you, the things that really open you up. And in turn, that expansion is really opening up your third eye chakra. That clarity that you've been given is in direct correlation to your third eye chakra being open right now and revealing the innermost truths of yourself, right? And your aura. And it's interesting, right, that we're asking what your energy body, or some might say aura, is calling for. And it is to drop the illusions of the mind and adhere to the truth, which is you are really moving forward, pile number ones, in a blaze of glory, okay? And you're doing so poised and in peace, right? And tranquil and beautifully speaking, okay? With the Child of Fire here, Creative Spark, and the Four of Earth, Boundaries, I feel like once you started to establish certain boundaries in your life, maybe with people, situations, circumstances, you name it, that's when that creative spark started to come back in. And that's why I keep getting Blaze of Glory, because there's so much, like the Chariot, the Sun, the Creative Spark, Child of Fire, which is a page of wands. And then we have the Purifier with Pele. And that's why I was saying there's no need to be weary of this, even though it's the Tower, because with the Child of Fire, Creative Spark, there is really good news coming in. And also, in alignment with that, there is, like I was saying previously, it's because you have created boundaries and are adhering to them, and it's reawakened you. It's given you that creative edge, because now you're able to maybe be so immersed in your energy. And I feel like maybe in the past you weren't able to. Maybe you were depleting yourself by giving too much of yourself, or by having no boundaries, right? And I feel like this is when you are the most creative, pile number one, is when you have very established boundaries. And not even just that, but like when you have that time to really be with self, okay? So with the Two of Wind, Balance, right? And the Three of Fire, Delight, I love that. There is a lot of happiness coming in through you being in a more balanced state of equanimity, right? And look, it says, focus, my inner witness leads me to perfect equanimity. I don't know if you all will be able to see that, but that's the focus here. And you have reached that equanimity, or you will be about to reach this equanimity through self-study, through clarity, and through spaciousness. You're giving yourself space to observe your inner world again, okay? Whereas I don't think you had that in the recent past. You were just kind of like this puppet on a string going along with whatever the mind was telling you was fact instead of the other way around, right? So ultimately, pile number ones, what your aura is calling for is for you to really study your inner world, right? To really study your inner world, and through creation of boundaries with people, places, things, you name it, you're going to be able to always to continue to get closer to yourself and achieve the state of balance and equanimity that will really delight you. And I really genuinely feel like you're preparing for something like this blaze of glory moment. I just keep getting that. So let's pull some more cards, pile number ones. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Please give pile number ones clear, concise, accurate messages. What else does pile number one need to know about what their aura or energy body is calling for right now? Too many cards. Let's shuffle some more. Clear, concise, accurate messages. What else does pile number ones need to know in regards to what their energy body or aura is calling for right now? Thank you. So we have card number 7, and it says deception and envy. Okay, let's pull some more cards. And it's interesting, right, pile number ones, because this card number 7, deception and envy, as I put it right now, it's looking straight at that 10 of wind, which is 10 of swords, okay? So actually, what it is calling for is to recognize what maybe someone's sending you like not the best energy right now, okay? And I'm always very adverse, if that's the proper vocabulary word to use, but I'm always very adverse to suggesting that, just because I feel like we control our lives. Unless we really believe something with our heart of hearts, like, you know, we can be, for example, hexed. I'm not saying that anyone's hexed, but for example, hexed, or, you know, whatever. Being sent the evil eye, something like that, doesn't mean that it could happen. But I feel like what's going on here, pile number one, is that maybe someone in your life, maybe even you, who knows, right? Someone in your life or someone around your environment could be not sending you the best of energy. And I feel like maybe it happened in tandem with you not feeling the best about yourself or about a situation or something like that. So that was able to be received. You were open to it because you were already on the energetic vibration, perhaps, right, of this energy. You know, I'm like, give an example. When it rains, it pours, right? So you're already feeling bad. And then on top of that, maybe other people around you or in your environment, or maybe even people you don't know, could be sending you not the best energy. And then it's just compounding on that, right? So now you're just feeling like I'm just this little puppet who's being strung along with, by life, and you're not, So let's see. Tell us more, Spirit. What is pile number one's energy body or aura calling for right now? Clear, concise, accurate messages. Give us more information, God. Clear, concise, accurate information about pile number ones. Okay. So here we go. We have the 6 of Swords moving on at the bottom of the deck. We have card number 1, Love Begins, and then we have card number 7, Stand Your Ground. And we have 77 here. So I feel like this could have been brought on by, this could have been the deception of your mind. So we have illusion and deception. So I feel like maybe, and this is kind of like 7 of Swords energy, pile number 1. So I feel like maybe you were deceiving yourself or tricking yourself about someone else's involvement in your life, or a love interest, or like being in it's involving someone else in the love that you have for them. Maybe you were riddled with self-consciousness, especially with the Five of Earth manipulation. I feel like it's victim. It's like I'm just being strung along. Maybe you felt like you're being strung along, but you had no proof you had no proof whether you were or not, right? Also, here's another thing. Someone you could be involved with, maybe sensually, maybe you are harnessing a little bit of their energy, okay? And it's not the best. But what I'm getting here, right? What I'm getting here is that I felt like maybe you've understood, you had that awareness, right? That inner witness came to you, whether it be now or whether it was in the recent past, and allowed you to undo whatever energy that was clinging to you that wasn't of your highest good, right? So you had been given the opportunity, pile number ones, to cleanse your aura, to clear your aura, and to break free of this these strings, right? That you felt like life was doing, but really it was your own mental process. It was your own thoughts, right? And you had to be brought back to center, right? You had to witness this. The inner awareness had to take form, okay? And then you were able to stand your ground and break free, right? Blaze of glory is what I'm getting. And come out authentically you and within being yourself, right? You moved on from this mental state, pile number ones, okay? Or you moved on from this energetic bond or whatever it was. You broke free. So let's pull some more cards. Let's pull some more cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. What else? Last message for our pile number. Last message for our pile number ones in regards to what is their aura calling for right now. So your aura was calling for you to be aware of your inner states and to balance them out to reach your center or balance or equanimity, whatever you like to refer to as pile number ones. Last message for our pile number one, Spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages to end pile number one's reading. Last message for pile number one. Tea leaves foresight. I love this. So I have a feeling like you knew ultimately, look at this. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Crystal ball clarity. So that again correlates with the third eye chakra, getting that clarity, study, self-study, clarity, spaciousness. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. So with tea leaves foresight is what I'm getting is that, like, yeah, something was trying to really bring awareness to your inner state, okay? And I felt like it was hard to digest what you were thinking, but you had to do it in order for you to shake off whatever that you felt held you in captivity. Pile number ones, right? Whether it be your mind, your state of mind, what you were focusing on is what I'm getting, right? I do want to read a little bit of this tea leaves foresight card for you, my pile number ones, before we end your reading. All right. Okay, so it says the tea leaves card brings you reminders of the old ways of soothsayers who, in a time imbued with magic and mystery, could capture a glimpse of the future in shapes that formed in one's cup. Tis the gypsy way. Tis the gypsy way, right? Now it is time for you to open your eyes and heart and explore your ancient bloodlines. Whether or not you have Romany blood, acknowledge the sacred work of your ancestors who will assist you from the spirit realm. Using foresight and inner knowing, you will be able to read clearly the messages and shapes of what's to come. Okay, so it says, the truths presented to me in the tea, the old ways now help me to finally see with eyes wide open. Now I begin to understand, resolved and healed. My time to rise is at hand. See, my time to rise, blaze of glory. Yeah, something's coming in that's very big for you, pile number ones. And this is this re-emerging, this resurgence of yourself coming into play, right? It says other divinatory meanings. Time to heal any unresolved issues in your relationships. Investigate your bloodline. You have inherited your psychic gifts from an ancestor. Remember magical tales of yesteryear from your childhood. Always look for the bigger picture. Step into your future with open eyes, relax, and have a cup of. So yeah, you're relaxing back into yourself. I have a feeling maybe you were even a little anxiety ridden about something. Maybe you were thinking kind of like nonsense, to be honest, right? Nonsense. And you had to bring yourself back into this centered place in order to relax yourself, witness yourself, give yourself the space to come back home to yourself and to your center. And in doing so, pile number one, you're about to like come into life again in like a blaze of glory, okay? Or something like that. Something is coming into your life in a blaze of glory as well, okay? And I feel like maybe this had to happen to prepare you, right? To make it so apparent that you need to be centered and grounded and study yourself and really pay attention to your internal state so you can be prepared for what's coming in or for where you're going, okay? Because it seems like an amazing opportunity or an amazing time is going to be ahead of you, pile number one. So with that being said, my lovely dreaming dreamers, if you like this reading, if you resonated with it, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone else who would benefit from the messages provided here today. I love you so much, pile number ones. And until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos. Welcome back to your reading. So you all chose card number 9, centering with the Prithvi Mudra. Okay, so like I explained to the first pile or in the introduction, if you all stayed long enough to hear the definition of mudras, it's okay. I'll read it to you out of this Mudras for Awakening the Energy Body book. So it says that mudras are subtle hand gestures commonly used in yoga and meditation practices to guide the energy and expand consciousness. So I love using mudras. I've been getting into them. I've been into them for a minute now. But I've been actually incorporating them in my meditation practices maybe for the past 4 or 5 months now. Yeah. And I love it. I feel like it works. It's like almost like sending the energy. It's like, and I know for maybe a lot of you might not remember this, but I know like in the 90s and maybe in the early 2000s, there used to be like this ball that used to like emanate like light or like it looked like thunder, like energy. And if you touch the ball, the energy would attract to your fingertips. It was really cool. And that's what I feel like mudras do, but just to where it is that you're focusing on that energy to go, right? It's the intention. So with card number 9, centering the Prithvi Mudra, I feel like it's telling you that your aura is really asking you or calling for you to be in a very centered place right now, right? To meditate a lot. Focus on meditation, whether that be, I know people call it mindful meditation, but I would say the meditation of being in a state of presence, right? Or being in the present moment, right? Or so that could be walking meditations. Maybe you could meditate more early in the day and before you go to sleep. But I feel like your energetic body is calling for meditation. Now, this card in particular, the centering, is aligned with the root chakra, right? So there's a deep emphasis placed on grounding yourself as well. And meditations can do that specifically in regards to the root chakra, right? And you can do grounding meditations or like feeling like you're, like your tree. I know that might sound interesting, but yeah. I was also getting for you, pile number ones, is if at first you don't succeed, try again. That's what I'm getting, especially with these two cards here. We'll get to these two cards in a minute, but once I seen that, I was like, wow, that's interesting. So yeah, I was getting that Aaliyah song, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again, okay? So let's reveal what the Prithvi Mudra is. Assists with embodiment, centeredness, and grounding. Yeah. And then it says benefits. It reduces stress and blood pressure. It strengthens digestion and assimilation. And it supports posture and skeletal system, right? The instructions of how to do this mudra, this Prithvi Mudra, is extending both arms outward. Touch the tip of the thumbs to the tips of the ring fingers. Okay. It says allow the other fingers to extend straight out, palms facing up. Rest the backs of the hands on thighs, knees, or the lap. And it says relax shoulders, strengthen spine. And the focus is present to my body. I am perfectly centered. Yeah. So it's asking you to be present in your body, to be comfortable in your skin. And by maybe even practicing this mudra, because this is what it seems like the mudra is, right? To be present in your body will help with stress or anxiety or whatever it is that you could be maybe experiencing right now, or even if you're not experiencing right now, in the near future, if you needed to use this as a tool to prevent those states, you can do that as well, right? So I digress, pile number ones. Let's hop into, pile number twos, pile number twos. Let's hop into your reading. We have at the bottom of the deck, Yemaya with the Oracle, okay? So this is Virgo energy, card number 9, the Oracle, okay? So with Yemaya, I feel like one thing that maybe is being suggested right now for you, pile number 2, is maybe to take a salt bath, purify yourself. Maybe if you like salt baths, or to go to the sea, to almost like baptize yourself is what I'm getting, or prayer, or be in a prayerful state, because Yemaya is praying, right? Their eyes closed. And she's in this prayerful state. And even this is a mudra, okay? When we put our hands together to pray, those who do, some people may not. You don't have to. But this is also a mudra, right? And then we put it close to our heart. Or that's what we should, that's the whole, that's what's, suggested, right? So, long story short, what I'm getting with this could be integrating this Virgo season, right? Or this could also be saying for my pile number 2s that maybe you have been in a very meditative state, right? Maybe you have been in a hermit mode. Maybe you have kind of like been off grid, and maybe not all the way, but in more ways than none you have, okay? So if that makes any sense. But what I'm getting is to continue to remain in a prayerful state, because that's what centers you, pile number 2, okay? And it's what grounds you. Okay, so let's hop into this reading. We have the Child of Wind, which is a page of swords with consciousness. We have the Four of Wind, which is the Four of Swords with patience. We have the Ace of Fire, which is the Ace of Wands with illumination. We have the Child of Fire, which is the Page of Wands with creative spark. We have the Seven of Earth, which is the Seven of Pentacles with failure. We have the Crone of Seas, which is the King of Cups with resurrection. We have the Two of Wind with balance, which is the Two of Swords. We have Child of Seas, which is the Page of Cups. Very interesting. I'm seeing a repetition here, a thread with innocence. We have the Crone of Wind with which is the King of Swords with visionary, and we have the Six of Earth with success. So we have success and failure. This is what I'm getting. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And this is what you have been doing, pile number 2s, okay? But again, I will get back to this. So let's go into the center of your reading with the Ace of Fire illumination and the Child of Seas with innocence. So with this Ace of Wands and this Page of Cups, I have a feeling that you are starting to integrate your childlike inspirations into your life right now, which you've always saw yourself doing, maybe as a kid, or your interest as a kid or a child, or like when your imagination was no holds bars, right? When like when our imagination is so pure and we're innocent and we are not bogged down by life's responsibility or what our parents tell us to do or what society tell us what should be cool and this, that, and the third. You have like, or you are awakening to maybe even like inner child healing, okay? You're awakening to the dreams that you once had, pile number 2, excuse me. You're awakening to the dreams that you once had as a child is what I'm getting. Because look, this child is in this cowrie shell, like sleep. And then we have this Ace of Fire with illumination, and it's like they are wide open, right? These eyes are wide open. They're blaring open. They're ready. It's like this spark has been infused in them, and it's so emanating. Like these eyes are just, they're focused, right? So whatever you had dreamt about in your childhood, pile number 2s, I feel like it's coming to fruition, or it's about to come into fruition, or you are currently making, you're almost like doing something for your inner child, right? We have a lot of pages too in this spread. Child. We have, we have a lot of children references in this spread. And what I'm getting is that there's a lot of new beginnings opening up for you, but not just that, pile number 2s. There's also a lot of innocence, right? I feel like you're absorbing everything right now, pile number 2s. And you're not afraid of your curiosity. You're not afraid of flirting with your mortality, if that makes sense, in the most safe way possible. Just confronting it, right? Kids, they're not afraid of anything, right? That's what I mean. And I feel like as we mature, right, as we come of age, we start to lose, or we start to suppress. I won't say lose, but we start to suppress what makes us vibrant, what makes us alive, right? What brings us back to life. And what I'm getting here is that you're no longer suppressing it, but you're integrating it, right? So with the Child of Wind consciousness and the Crone of Seas resurrection, this is exactly what's happening. It's like you're almost being brought back into a state of childlike bliss, right? You're resurrecting this childlike consciousness. And I felt like you could have felt like, I don't, like dried up almost. Like you see how this crone is like kind of dried up, like almost going through like a quarter life crisis, a midlife crisis, or something like that. And it was just your feelings. It was just the thoughts that you were thinking that was making you feel this type of way, pile number twos. But in reality, you are just as luminous. You're just as bright. You're just as innocent. You're just as open to what life has to offer as like you were as a child, right? And I feel like you're reintegrating that, and it's almost like you're pouring that back into yourself. Okay? You could have felt hidden and like just wanting to hide from the world for a bit, but I feel like your angels, ancestors, and guides, and what your aura is telling you or has told you in the past, is center yourself back into this consciousness, right? Back into this state of being, because that was a misinterpretation. It was almost like a distortion of who you were. This crone of seas, right? This resurrection, this feeling like I'm done for, like it's over for me, or I can't do this because, maybe I'm past my date of doing it, or something like that. Maybe some of you, pile number twos, and some of you, not all of you, maybe want to have a child, and maybe you feel like I can't, it's too late, or something of that nature. But it's not. It's not too late. Unless you have just kind of decreed and declared it, like, I'm okay with it. But for those of you who want to have children or want to have a child, and maybe society tells you it's too late for you or something like that, ignore that, because that is just wrong. If you want to have a child, or create something, right? It doesn't have to be an actual child. Maybe you just want to create something. There's the only time you don't have time to do it on this plane of existence is when you've ascended and you're no longer on this plane of existence, if you catch my drift. So as long as you're here, breathing and alive, willing, bodied, abled, you can do anything you want to, okay? At any time. It's never too late. With the 4 of wind, patience, and the 2 of wind, balance, now I feel like you have found that patience within you to create this balance. You have, needed for a while now, okay? And in your mind, pile number 2, I feel like maybe you would meditate, but you wouldn't be mentally with the meditations. And now you are. You've given yourself this time, this space, this energy, and you've been patient with yourself enough to regain your centeredness, regain your strength, regain your path, right? With the 2 of wind, with balance. You're finding balance in your life now to restore the things that you have needed, okay? Especially with Jupiter in Libra here with the 4 of wind, patience. I feel like maybe taking time out for yourself almost like rehydrated you, requenched your life, requenched your soul, requenched that thirst for life is what I'm getting. Requenched that thirst for life, right? Or quenched. Why am I saying requenched? Quenched that thirst for life that you were so longing for. And it was due to this balance that you gave yourself. You gave yourself the patience to become more balanced, right? So with the child of fire, creative spark, and the crone of wind, visionary, your wheels are turning, pile number 2s, okay? You're visionary. And I feel like you are having this childlike creative spark, and you know where you're going, you know where you're headed, you know what you want to accomplish. It's just the patience that you need in order to get there, and you have given yourself that, right? And as a visionary, right? As a visionary, sometimes we are like visionaries are ahead of the curve, right? When it comes to certain things. And certain people catch on to certain things later, or society may catch on to certain things later, that you have always been maybe trying to share with the world or trying to produce into the world. But what I'm getting is the time is now, pile number twos, for you to bring this this creativity, this plan, this product, this business, this person, this, this life into existence and into what you want it to be. Now is the time. With card number 7 of Earth, failure, and card number 6 of Earth, success. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I'm getting do not give up on your dreams. Do not give up, because success is inevitable if you allow failure to guide you and you allow failure to sharpen you, right? Success is inevitable. And you remember how I said about the quenching the thirst for life, and how I kind of, the crone of seas resurrection was almost like feelings of dryness, right? And it's the king of cups, it's seas. It should be quenched. It should be well lubricated, so to speak, right? And then you have this very dry tree that looks like it's a dead tree, right? It's like it can't bear fruit. It can't bear, the things that it's supposed to. And then on the 6 of Earth, success, we have this luminous pot of gold, right? At the end of it. So success is inevitable if you use failures as a guiding post, right? And there is no such thing as failure. It's just a redirection, right? It's a course correction into what will succeed. And this is why I'm saying now is your time, pile number twos, because maybe in the past you have done certain things, whether it deals with your creativity, whether that be in business, whether that be in your personal life. But what I'm getting ultimately is don't give up. You're this close. If you feel like this now, the 7 of Pentacles, what to do? Have I brought this thing to as far as it can go? You haven't. Success is right around the corner. Do not give up. Use your quote unquote failures as a guiding post, right? As a GPS mechanism, right? Whatever we take the wrong direction, excuse me, and the GPS just reroutes us. It redirects us. So that's what's happening right now in your life. And I feel like you're now coming into alignment with that because you have centered yourself. And as you have centered yourself, you have realized, okay, this is what's happening. Now I can move forward with grace and ease, knowing that it's inevitable that I get to my destination. It's not the matter of if, but when, right? And I feel like the time is now. You'll be getting to that destination very soon. Pile number 1. So let's pull, pile number 2s. I am so sorry, pile number 2s. So let's pull some more cards. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2s. We have card number 2, Sacral Chakra. If you felt compelled to watch pile number 1s, I would definitely check that pile out. Yeah, your creativity is blaring right now. You have this childlike creative spark and this visionary mindset, pile number 2s, that's unparalleled. That's almost, it destines you for success. We have card number 7, deception and envy. I feel like you could have deceived yourself in the past, or maybe feelings of envy from someone was kind of like permeating through you, right? Let's see. One more card, Spirit. One more card. Tell us more. What does pile number 2 need to know in regards to what their aura, their energy body is trying to tell them, Spirit? One more card. Thank you. Okay, y'all got 2 more cards. Look at this. You can't make this up. Card number 3, fertility. Yeah, Empress energy. So some of you all want to have children and maybe you feel like it's too late or all hope is lost. I don't have a significant other, so how can I have kids? Yeah, and we have card number 19, the light, which is the sun. And then we have card number 1, awareness with the magician. Wow, 2 major arcana is coming out, interestingly enough. So I have a feeling there is like this manifestation coming in that's about to be revealed to you, pile number 2s. And it's through your creativity that you're getting this. And you might have felt like maybe in the near past you're deceiving yourself, like maybe I'm not going to get this. Like maybe it's just not for me. It's not in the cards. Maybe not this lifetime, right? But I felt like that was you deceiving yourself. Someone else maybe in your environment could have, you know, maybe these strong feelings for you, and maybe you were open, not unknowingly, right? Unconsciously open to their suggestions, right? Because suggestion is a real thing, right? Auto suggestion. That's where repetition comes into play. So whether this was you or other person, maybe accidentally auto suggesting to yourself, like, I don't know, maybe this isn't going to happen for me. Or maybe someone in and around your life maybe was doing that and you were just open to the information that was coming in. I have a feeling you centered yourself and you grounded yourself enough to say, you know what? No, this is going to happen, and it's going to happen in its own time. And I'm going to continue on my path until it happens. Because one thing, success is literally inevitable if you don't give up. It's a numbers game. It's not the matter of if, but when, right? So with the sacral chakra, I love these 3 cards. It's beautiful. It's like your creativity is opening up so many opportunities for you. Things that you have once manifested are now coming into fruition. It's interesting. I have card number 1, card number 2. And you're about to be shown the light. You are really reaching for the stars here, pile, for the moon and landing among the stars, right? You're probably going to have, you know, a lot of eyes on you, a lot of notoriety, a lot of clarity coming through as it pertains to this success as well. Through centering yourself, your aura, your energy body is calling for you to get grounded, get centered, right? Especially with your root chakra. And it's interesting because we do have the ace of fire with illumination, and that has everything to do with the root chakra. And then next to it, we have the child of fire, which is a page of wands, which has everything to do with the root chakra. So getting grounded and getting centered right now is your best course of action, because there's a lot of manifestations. There could even be a lot of eyes on you. You could be in the limelight. Something is really like this childhood dream is beckoning onto you. And where once you felt like maybe I was a failure, or I didn't do something right, I didn't take the right steps in life, all that. Now you're going to be met with this earthly success that you've asked for, okay, with the 6 of earth here. So I feel like you're gearing up for that. And this is something that you've created. This is simply out of your creativity. This came to fruition, or this is coming to fruition, pile number 2s, okay? So again, the mudra is like this. You just put your, I have nails, so it's... You just put it like that, and I'm pretty sure you like do it as you're meditating, cross-legged, and put your arms on your lap, and you just do it like this, right? And then you set the focus of, it says, present to my body, I am perfectly centered. That's the focus. Present to my body, I am perfectly centered, okay? So amazing reading, pile number 2. With that being said, I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please give me a big thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Oh, sorry, so sorry. I have one more card. Let's pull one more card to conclude your reading. Oh my gosh. One more card for our pile number 2s to conclude their reading. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. For giving pile number 2s clear, concise, accurate messages. One more card to conclude their reading, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for our pile number 2's aura or energy body. Advice, guidance, and wisdom. Look at this. Wow, this is something else. This just flipped over, y'all. It's augur mastery. You're mastering your life right now. You're making magic right now, pile number 2's. We have Ockham nature. I feel like you getting centered and grounded into nature is going to make you a master. Or it's making you a master. It's sharpening you, right? Wow, you're definitely mastering something. I do want to read a little bit out the guidebook because I'm feeling called to. Okay. So we have augur with mastery. It says the ancients would often make homage to a wise person, such as an augur, to receive insight and messages in order to take appropriate action. You, however, are not required to do so, as Spirit calls you to step into your own sacred space and call upon the augur within. Here you will find strength and a wisdom that will lead you towards mastery of self. As you tread this path of the chosen few, embrace the gifts that are bestowed upon you. Develop and hone your natural abilities in order to share the message that Spirit has for you and others. This is your calling. It is time to stop fighting and to acknowledge who you are. The augur understands the mastery of acceptance. Whew, sheesh. It is time for you to do just that. It says, incantation, I finally let my ego go. It does not serve, and now I know that my pride comes before a fall. This I must master most of all. And it says, other divinatory meanings, you're a gifted medium. Don't be afraid of your natural connection with Spirit. And it's interesting because we had nature at the bottom of this deck. So this is very natural for you, okay? Time for self-realization, practice transcendental meditation. You have a natural sixth sense, time to trust. So that's what I'm getting. Like, you're creating something out of nothing. Pile number 2's. You're literally creating something or have created something out of nothing. Okay, and this is going to bring you so much success in life. It's not even funny. Okay. Okay, so yes, pile number 2, I love you all so much. If you like this reading, if you enjoyed this reading, please give this reading a big thumbs up, a like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit for the messages provided here today. Again, I love you so much, pile number 1, and until next time, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 3's, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose card number 26 with Awakening and the Uttarabodhi Mudra, okay? So in regards to what your energy body or your aura, in other words, your aura, is calling for you right now is to awaken to the portal of your heart, okay? Card number 26, Awakening with the Uttara Bodhi or Body Mudra is correlated with the heart chakra, right? And I'm assuming this mudra maybe should be placed over the heart to awaken it, to open it up, right? I feel like your heart is being opened right now, or it has just recently been opened. Card number 26, 2 and 6, that is 8, okay? So it could be to the abundance of your life that's coming in. It could be to and abundance could mean anything. Abundance of love, abundance of health, abundance of, prosperity, you name it, right? So let's reveal what the Uttara Bodhi Mudra is. It says assist mental clarity, inspiration, and awakening truth. I love that. And it says benefits, directs breath to heart, chest, and ribs, assists the immune system, cultivates stability, inspiration, and insight. I really love how inspiration is the focal point of this mudra card, right? It says instructions: interlace the fingers of both hands with the tips of the thumbs touching and pointing downward. Extend the index finger upward, touching them together, bringing the hands close to the heart center. Lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders, and the focus is divine knowledge and inspiration awaken my highest truth. Wow, this is really awesome. Pile number 3. So what your energy body / aura is calling for you right now is exactly what I said in the beginning: to awaken to the portal of your heart through inspiration, through what inspires you, through what really gives you joy, right, in life, okay? So how to do this mudra, it looks like, it's like this, right? That's I have nails, so it's harder for me to do that. But you want, like, let's say someone was looking at you, you want this sight to be on the outside, and then this sight to be over your heart, okay? So I hope that makes sense. So yeah, you could probably do this when you're standing up or doing a standing prayer, or maybe if you just need like a little moment, like a deep breath, you can do that while you're taking a few deep breaths in, right? And maybe it'll help. I know you have to consistently do mudras in order for them to help. But oh yeah, like I was saying, to the other 2 piles. So mudras are subtle hand gestures commonly used in yoga and meditation to guide the energy and expand consciousness. So, our hands, even our extremities, are like little, portals as well. And so whatever we touch, whatever we, people could heal just with the hovering over someone through their hands, right? So I feel like mudras are really a great way to integrate or to allow energy to circulate through you, right? So again, pile number 3 is I digress. Let's move forward with your reading. We have at the bottom of the deck the 6 of Wands with forgiveness. Okay, this is very big energy, just because it's so prevalent that with the heart chakra, and we have the heart right here that's on fire, that I feel like right now your aura, your energy body is calling you to forgive the past and leave it as such in the past, right? Forgive who you need to forgive, what you need to forgive, and move forward. Pile number 3s. And I feel like you're doing that, right? I feel like you're awakening to that. I feel like you're also forgiving yourself, okay? Whatever that means to you. If you've been giving yourself a hard time, or maybe you feel like things aren't going the way in which you want them to go, I feel like you're forgiving yourself with that, and you're moving forward in your life, which is beautiful. And I feel like that's what your aura, your energy body is calling for right now: to awaken to the portal of your heart, do what inspires you unabashedly, right? And continue to move forward and continue to forgive time and time and time again, okay? So let's hop into your reading. We have the 3 of Fire, which is the 3 of Wands with delight. We have the 9 of Fire, which is the 9 of Wands with integrity. We have card number 7, the 7 of Fire, which is 7 of Wands with courage. We have the 8 of Seas, which is the 8 of Cups with depletion. We have the 7 of Seas, which is the 7 of Cups with denial. We have the 9 of Earth, which is the 9 of Pentacles with community. We have the Child of Fire. This has come out in every pile, by the way. The Child of Fire, which is the Page of Wands with creative spark. We have the 9 of Seas, which is the 9 of Cups with joy. We have the 5 of Seas, which is the 5 of Cups with cleansing. And then we have the Ace of Earth, which is the Ace of Pentacles with manifestation, which is amazing. Okay, so going into the center of your reading, pile number 3, we have the 7 of Wands with courage and the 9 of Cups with joy. You're standing up for what you want in life. You're standing up for what brings you joy and what inspires you, pile number 3s. And you're not only standing up for it, but you're courageous enough to go towards what inspires you, what gives you joy, what makes you happy, what makes your heart sing, right? A lot of people in life don't do that just out of fear of persecution, what others will think, what others will say, you know, and people pleasing, right? To please another person, or, you know, just doing what their parents or what society wants them to do just because they want to feel accepted by others instead of themselves first, right? They're clinging on to external validation, whereas this is kind of presenting the opportunity to awaken into your internal acceptance of yourself and of what inspires you. Pile number 3s, okay? Going back to the beginning of the reading with the 3 of Wands, delight, and the 9 of Pentacles, community, 9 of Earth, and the 3 of Fire, is that I feel like you're expanding your tribe, okay? And I know it says delight, but you're expanding your tribe and you're expanding your reach to people, right? You're really opening up, and it really does give you profound delight to find like-minded people in a community. And it's interesting because in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, the 9 of Pentacles would suggest someone being kind of like in their solitude with all their abundance, you know, being independent, to being alone. But whereas this 9 of Earth or 9 of Pentacles would suggest interdependence, right? Dependence on the whole, dependence on others. And that's more of the truth, right? Honestly, like, we need to coexist with one another. And it's no fun if you can't share what you've learned or what you've acquired with other people who mean a lot to you, or to help them share it in regards to help them know that they too can attain, you know, what may have been perceivingly the unattainable, right? And I feel like this gives you delight with sharing in your community and being a huge part of your community for those of you who are, or seeking like-minded individuals. That brings you delight, right? That gives you, it expands you. It makes you feel alive, right? So with the 9 of Fire, 9 of Wands, integrity, and a Child of Fire, which is the Page of Wands, creative spark, you are a very integrity-based person, pile number 3s. I feel like you say what you mean and you mean what you say, and you're working on that as well. You're working on, you know, doing nothing without integrity, and bringing integrity in the forefront of everything that you do. I feel like you're also integrity based because you've accomplished, or you have said what you were going to do as a child, if that makes sense. Like, when you had a dream as a child, and maybe it came in a different form, but you're still living that dream out. So your integrity means a lot to you by saying what you mean and meaning what you say, even to yourself. You keep your word to yourself, okay? And that means a lot. You're taking your inner child with you, and your inner child is gleaming with joy because you didn't let it down, right? With the 8 of Seas and the 5 of Cups, I felt like you needed to cleanse and detox what has been depleting you. This could be people, places, things, circumstances, you name it. And it's interesting because we have Neptune. I think this is Neptune, if I'm not mistaken. Is that Neptune in Pisces with 8 of Cups? I just noticed that too for the first time from this card. There's a lot of water here. There's also a lot of fire. There's literally 4 water cup cards and 4 fire cards. Yeah, I feel like you're cleansing out what has been depleting you. And with Neptune and Pisces, that could be too much self-sacrifice, okay? Yeah. Too much self-sacrifice, too much just wanting to be a great person, but that you misconstruing being a good person with martyrdom, okay? and you're cleansing this out, okay? You're leaving behind what no longer serves or what has disappointed you in the past. Pile number 3s, okay? And with the Ace of Earth, manifestations, and the 7 of Seas, denial, I feel like you maybe have been kept up, right? Kept up late at night about your manifestations. And I feel like you're a master manifester. It's interesting we don't have the Magician card here because I feel like you're a master manifester and you're awakening. You are awakening, okay? She's wide awake with all these snakes around her and it says denial. But you're awakening to your manifestations. And so quickly, I have a feeling, pile number 3, is that kind of what you're thinking is manifesting at rapid rates. So you have to guard the gates of your mind incessantly. And I don't mean to shock the system or to scare you. That's not the intention of this reading. But you have to realize with the 7 of Cups here, 7 of Seas, denial, you have a lot of opportunities presented to you, and this is what you've asked for. This is like an opportunity being given to you. However, you have to be able to discern the right choices to make, what's for you and what isn't. And this is what I'm getting with denial and the Ace of Manifestations is that deny what doesn't serve you, and because you're going to manifest it either way, right? If you are ruminating or if you're worried or anxiety ridden about something and you place emotions and feeling with that mental state, you're going to manifest it. So in order to counteract that, just allow it, accept it, let it in. Whatever thought comes in, don't judge it. That might be kind of hard to do at first. But whatever it is, as long as you allow it and you embrace it, there's a Rumi quote. It's not a Rumi quote. It's it's kind of a quote, but it's long. And I think I've said it in like a previous reading, but it goes like, every morning there is like a guest that enters. It could be a momentary meanness, a depression, a joy, a happiness. And I'm paraphrasing. Definitely look this up on your own. But it says, whoever shows up, allow it in, accept it, embrace it, right? Laugh at it because this is a guide sent from beyond, right? To teach you about something. So look at it as that. Please look up that Rumi quote. Pile number 3s, I'm going to try to put the Rumi quote in the description box below. Please remind me if I don't. But again, that's what I'm getting. So whatever you focus on grows, right? And whatever you resist persists. And in regards to the Ace of Earth manifestations, it seems as if you have this really clear knack for you're definitely awakening to something. I'm sorry, I had to realize the majority of these people, their eyes are closed except for the Ace of Manifestation. Okay, the Ace of Earth manifestation. So you're awakening into maybe something that you have denied in the past that now you're about to embrace, you're about to accept, you're just about to forgive yourself, forgive another person for, and move forward. And I feel like within that, there's going to be herein am I saying that right? You're about to unlock your manifestation once you embrace whatever you've been denying, okay? Whatever you've been resisting, once you embrace it, let it in, it falls, it topples over on its own weight, if that makes sense. Like you ever have built something so high in your head and you thought, oh my gosh, this, like, I'm so anxiety ridden, I have to go public speak or I have to go talk to a group of people and I'm so anxious. And then when you get there, it's not as bad as you thought it was going to be. You actually do a really good job and you get through it. This is what I'm trying to say, pile number 3s. Whatever it is that you have been denying, it's actually going to lead to your manifestation. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's an illusion, right? And this could be Venus and Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is Venus in Scorpio with the Seven of Seas. You could have been denying love, scared of love, okay? And once you embrace it, it embraces you and it's going to come in. So let's get more clarity. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Tell us more. For pile number 3s, tell us more for pile number 3s. What are their aura / energy body calling for right now? What is pile number 3's aura / energy body calling for right now, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. Thank you. Oh, wow, that came in quick. So we have card number 5 with throat chakra. We have card number 5 again with financial material changes. We have card number 7, patience and planning. This is very interesting. Hold on one second, because we actually have 4 cards. Card number 7, patience and planning. And then we have card number 9, solitude. Yeah. So, okay. So yeah, in regards to what your aura and your energy body is calling for, pile number 3's is to regroup and to use your voice and to stand up for the time you need, the space you need, because I feel like there's a lot of things changing in your life right now. You're changing, right? And that's good. Change is inevitable, right? So you're changing, you're rearranging. And now is a time to plan out something in regards to what you want to attain on the financial or this material realm, right? With the 9 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, the only Pentacles card being at the ends of the spectrum, I feel like there is an opportunity for massive abundance. So you need to really take the time, and you are taking the time to get clear on what you want, right? To communicate to those around you like, hey, this is what I need right now. I need this time. I need this space in order to regroup and to plan the seasons ahead, right? Because with this patience and planning card, it's going to take kind of like seasons to get there to what it is that you want to get to where it is that you want to go. Not to say it's going to take a long time, but I feel like you can kind of like see the seasons pass as this manifestation comes into fruition, pile number 3's. And with card number 9, solitude, I'm really just getting to look at this card and take it at face values. Open up yourself, read, study yourself. With solitude, card number 9, there's hermit energy. And I feel like there's been a lot of emphasis placed on Virgo energy lately. We are in Virgo season, and Virgos can be very introspective, right? They're the hermit. They represent the hermit in the tarot. So a lot of the times, depending on their personality characteristics, whether they're introvert or extrovert, they'll go in, right? They'll be the life of the party and stuff like that, but they need time to recoup, right? So you might not hear from them for a couple days because they're recouping and regaining their energy back, right? And I feel like what you're awakening to is opening yourself up to forgiveness, forgiving others, even if you don't actually do it in person, just forgiving so you can move on and so your heart can be light, right? This heart is like luminous, it's levitating, right? Almost like out of the body. That's how light her heart is. And in regards to that, there could be a conversation coming in. There could be conversation coming in where maybe there's an apology here, or someone is asking for your forgiveness, or you're asking for someone else's forgiveness because their heart chakra has opened, or the portals of their heart has opened. There could be communication, or something could have changed in this person's life to where they've had an epiphany or an awakening moment as well. That's another message for whoever that resonates with. Take it if it resonates, leave the rest. But surely, pile number 3's, there is an opportunity to forgive. And there's an opportunity not just to forgive another person, but to forgive yourself, or ask for forgiveness if you have been the transgressor of someone else, right? Or of something else, okay? But I feel like this took a lot. It's either taking a lot for this person to get to this place, or it's taking you a lot for you to get to this place, pile number threes. But it doesn't matter because you're here. Okay, so lovely. So let's pull one more card to conclude your reading. Okay, this came out very quick. So we have scrying mirror projection. I really didn't set. I'll keep this card, but I didn't set the intention. So with scrying mirror projection, maybe you're forgiving yourself for projecting onto another person, or maybe someone else was projecting onto you, and maybe they just want to apologize and they really want you back in their lives. So they're taking a look at the mirror. They're being very introspective and looking themselves in regards to maybe what went wrong in a certain situation, right? So that could be it. But let me set the intention. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. For giving pile number threes clear, concise, accurate messages. One last message to end their reading, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages to end pile number three's reading. Advice, guidance, wisdom, and insight to end their reading in regards to what their aura / energy body is calling for them right now. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit. Too many cards. One card, Spirit. One last message from pile number three's energy body / aura. So, okay, 2 cards wanted to come out. So we have crystal ball clarity. Yeah, so you're gaining clarity in this situation. I feel like you've already gained the insight you needed in the situation, pile number threes. And with rune perception, or someone else is gaining clarity and perception. They're seeing things in a different way and in a different light, and they could be coming in to apologize, you know. And we have tea leaves foresight, which I'm getting. That's probably what it is. With at the bottom of the deck, we have tea leaves foresight. It's like you're kind of seeing it. That's the message. So someone could be coming in. We are entering a retrograde, so there will be people in the past coming in to maybe tie up loose ends, wanting to apologize so they can move on, or maybe you need to reach out to someone to apologize so you can move on or forgive, right? Not even just to, you know, say what was wrong, but just to, you know, send them love and forgive. And maybe that won't be in person. Maybe that will be energetically speaking, pile number threes, but you know. Yeah, my lovely dreamers, that is all the time that I have for you today. I love you so much, pile number threes. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, I love you so much, my dreamers, and until next time, I'll see you in our next reading. Bye.